inside. Charles looking to go on the inside of the 22. The first battle for the lead since the start of the Daytona 500. We're gonna do something a little different here. We're gonna, just like in the Sprint Unlimited, we're gonna have a crank it up session. So go ahead and crank it up. That's the end of the crank it up session, as Charles Jackson has the lead so far now here in the Daytona 500. Now there was a car that was kind of running on both the apron and the racetrack. It looked like it was Charles Sanford. A lot of these drivers got to be careful how they do this. Cars all kinds of split up here. They are approaching a lapped car. That is the 43 of Darren Drake. Approaching the 43 of Darren Drake, who has some damage from the accident, from the tangle up they got. They're approaching him rather quickly in that 43 machine. They're gonna blow right by him on the outside. 15 cars they're gonna have to kind of slow down a little bit and let him kind of catch up with the pack. Charles Jackson and now the 41 of Benjamin Miles kind of break away. Whoops. Kind of break away from the pack here. But once these cars finally get up to speed again, we'll see them all regroup. Oh, they're coming up on the 21 of Chuck Petty. 3-car breakaway up here at the front. '41 car gonna go down to the inside. He's gonna get caught behind the 21 of Chuck Petty, which they're now going to split 3 wide. Here comes to the Dino and others. So 3 wide on the 21. That allowed Charles to get a huge gap here. But with the damage on that 21 machine, the question is who's it going to hold up, as it's actually bunched a lot of cars up. As you see these drivers now trying to work around the lapped car. They're 3 by 3 up here right now. 3 by 3. Still waiting for the big one to happen, if it will. Don't know if it will or not though, but the cars are all bunched up right here. As they're coming back up towards the front here, we have a battle for the lead. And it's the 3 of Nick Altendorf going for the lead, with Seth Cole right behind him and Charles Sanford behind him on the inside line. So Season 4 Budweiser All-Pro Series champion Nick Altendorf has the lead here at Daytona. Up now, just as I stopped paying attention for a second, Seth Cole will lead this lap, but here comes Charles Sanford down the inside. Charles Sanford going down the inside. Now here comes O'Neal Baldwin as we are approaching halfway in the Daytona 500. Watching the cars go down the back straightaway. All of them, all kinds of caught up here. Here comes the Sprint Unlimited winner, Jessica Villanueva, pushing the 18, trying to get him out to the lead. Now here comes Jessica Villanueva down the inside, but it will be the 18 car leading this lap. And oh, there we go, we have an accident. Oh, this should definitely bring out the caution flag now. Oh, we have, yep, caution flag is out. Jessica Villanueva is the leader. We got problems. Benjamin Miles, Trent Dunham, John Arndt I saw involved in it. There was probably a couple others I did not see. Look at this mess going down the back straightaway. Levi McIntyre down underneath the yellow line, trying to go. The 26 car along with them. 4 wide through the corner. Not going to be good. The 26 car has definitely got to get up back up on that racetrack. They're trying to give him plenty of room. There's Charles Jackson with some damage back there. Caution flag is out. Jessica Villanueva leads them to the line. Yellow flag is out for the first time in the Daytona 500. Looked like I saw the 41 car just get turned. But while we're under the first caution of the day here in the Daytona 500, let's go take a look and see what happened. Alright, we're looking at the 41 car of Benjamin Miles. Watch, you're going to see the 41 car hit the wall, and then Charles Jackson is going to get into the quarter panel, and Charles turns the 95 and hits down into Trent Dunham. The 41 car bounces then back off the 95 car, sending them both back up, sending the 95 car up the track. Both Trent Dunham and John Arndt, just an innocent bystander in all of this when the 41 car got turned by Charles Jackson. So this is what happens to bring out the first caution of the day here in the Daytona 500. Let's go back up for a restart. Welcome back to the Daytona 500. We're going to have a restart with 12 laps to go. Yep, restart with 12 laps to go. We're going to go through your top 10 real quick. You see Jessica Villanueva is the leader. Then we have Daniel Gilbert, Dylan Young, J.T. Bryant, Nick Altendorf, Stephen Pollard III, Seth Cole, O'Neal Bolvin, Dylan Poteet, and Charles Sanford. As you see, we have Charles Jackson, Ryan Rezzo, and Darren Drake still on pit road. As you saw Ryan Rezzo leave. Here we go. Green flag is back out. The Daytona 500 is back underway. With 12 laps to go, and the 21 car got a hell of a restart. As you see the cars passing Charles Jackson and others, or the 9 car off on the inside. I did not know that the 21 car was up to speed. Looks like they actually repaired a lot of the damage on the 21 car. So yeah, I'm very surprised. So the 78 car of Jessica Villanueva now comes back out to the lead, with help from the 20 car. With help from the 20 car of Daniel Gilbert. Coming to 11 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Jessica Villanueva still has the lead. She's got to try to hold on to that lead for a good 10 laps. Villanueva has that 22 of JT Bryant right behind him. The 78 and the 22 have been the cars have been pretty much the dominant cars of the whole speed weeks. With JT Bryant showing good showing in both the Sprint Unlimited and he winning his Budweiser duel, and Jessica Villanueva winning the Budweiser duel and finishing okay in the dual races. Going down the back straightaway, Stephen Pollard III is there, but here comes Cody Lamas in the 11 car, going to the inside for second place. No help on the outside yet for the 13, so the 11 car is going to take second. We have two FedEx Toyotas coming up the inside, the 11 of Cody Lamas and the 18 of O'Neal Baldwin. Baldwin might try to help his teammate pass Villanueva, or he might just try to pass the 11 himself. Going down through the turn, Villanueva going to block, and here comes the 18 car. Tried to get to the inside, but couldn't because Dylan Young is there. Dylan Young and Dylan Poteet working together on the inside line. Not very many laps to go. We have 8 laps to go at the current moment. Coming to 7 this time by. Dylan Young now going to go to the inside, but Poteet decides to stay high with the 11. Now we have another battle for second. Jessica Villanueva loving what she sees in the mirror. What she would actually love the most is another caution flag so they can help wind the laps down so she doesn't have to mirror drive all race long. Keeping an eye on her mirror, here comes the 4 of Michael White and Seth Cole in the 52. What a year for Seth Cole it would be if he could win the championship in Season 5 and then come back to win the Daytona 500 the very next race. Oh, Villanueva stays high. She's got to get down low to block Seth. Here she comes, right down low to block. Seth Cole up to second. She's going to try to keep a battle with Seth. Here comes the 22 down low. We have 7 to go. 22 car of JT Bryant now going to stick down low. Stick his nose down to the inside. Here comes Bryant now back up to second. And here comes Sanford down here as well. Now Sanford going to stick his nose in for second. Okay, I was wrong. Now we have 7 laps to go. I was miscounting for some reason. 7 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Keeping an eye up on the front here. Oh, Villanueva slipped up just a little too much right there. Now we have a battle for the lead. It's Charles Sanford, rookie Charles Sanford, as we're approaching the 43. The 43 is approaching, and that's not going to be good for these drivers up here side by side. It's going to hold up somebody's line as the 43 car is going to get the lead coming through turn number 4. Now, I think the 03 is going to go to the outside, but the rest of these drivers probably will not. The 43 car is going to be on the inside, and it's going to hold up the inside line. 43 car going to hold up the inside line. Sanford is able to pull away. That's going to bring Villanueva back to second place, and the field's going to get separated again. It is not going to be good for these 2 drivers out front. While they'll have one another, they're still going to have a pack of cars behind them that's going to be itching to try to get up here. And more importantly, the 78 of Villanueva will not have any drafting help to try to even attempt to pass the 03 unless she gets a good run, like she's getting right now off of turn number 4. She's got to dive low if she wants to get the lead. She is right on the back bumper of the 03. 2-car tandem. She decides to look, but the 03 car is going to stick there. And look at the Mercedes duo. The Mercedes duo of Nathan Hudson and Daniel Voiles. They found each other during this race. Here they come. They're trying to get through the field. The 6 car's got to stay in line. And here they come. 5 laps to go in the Daytona 500, and they're all single file. The top dozen or so. Villanueva. Now there comes Villanueva down the inside. Going to go with the 6 of Nathan Hudson, and is going to try to pass for the lead. Oh my goodness gracious. Villanueva will have the lead coming off of turn number 4, coming to 4 laps to go. Oh, and Hudson stuck his nose underneath them. Nathan Hudson stuck his nose underneath the 78 machine. Oh, look at the Dylan Young and Dylan Poteet go underneath the yellow line looking for spots. Look at Poteet forcing his nose, trying to go 4 wide. Oh my goodness, and they're coming up on the 41 car who was involved in an accident. The question will once again remain is who will the 41 car hold up? Here comes Stephen Pollard III in the 13 car. He's going to get the lead. Oh, Hudson! 41 car holding up this entire pack. 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500. 3 laps to go. Stephen Pollard III had the lead, but now here comes the defending Daytona 500 champion, the 18 of O'Neal Baldwin, going to go down through the corner. Oh, these cars are really stacking up behind them. The 3 laps to go. O'Neal Baldwin still on the outside line, but here comes Andrew Rich in the 27 car down low. Not a lot of drafting help on the inside. It's all up on the outside. Here comes Levi McIntyre. He was in the back of the field through all this. Coming to 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Oh my goodness gracious. Who's going to win the Daytona 500? O'Neal Baldwin. He could still win this if he can get back to that inside line. Andrew Rich has now got a mirror drive as they're going to go 3 wide for a second. 3 wide for a second. Look at that, almost 4 wide coming off of turn number 2. Andrew Rich has just got to keep an eye on the back straightaway. Keep an eye on his mirror. He's just got a mirror drive. Poteet going to retain second position though. Coming through the turn. Coming to the white flag. Prime real estate position for Dylan Poteet. He's got to run off of turn number 4. Is he going to dive to the inside? No, but Levi McIntyre will. White flag, 1 lap to go for Andrew Rich in the 27 car. He's going to stay to the outside, but now he's going to try to come block Levi McIntyre. And he's going to try, but Levi looking. Here comes Levi down the inside. Side by side, down the back straightaway. Levi McIntyre with help from JT Bryan in the 22 machine. All the way down the inside. Oh, Levi looking. Levi gets pulled up the track. Here comes JT Bryan in the 22. The 22 car. Up off of turn number 4. A last lap move. JT Bryan is going to win the Daytona 500. Oh my, can you believe it? JT Bryant has won his first ever Budweiser All-Pro Series race as he wins the Daytona 500. JT Bryant and the 22 and the 42 of Levi McIntyre are going to take an honorary victory lap around the Fan Daytona International Speedway. The race is complete. The race is complete. The finishing results are official. And it's going to be JT Bryan that's going to etch his name as the first participant in the chase, or the first person who's won a race. So he gets his name on the first slot in the chase grid. It's not a confirmed chase yet, but it's not the confirmed list yet, but it's gonna be. He's just added his name to it. So JT Bryant wins the Daytona 500. Levi McIntyre second, James Silverfox third, Seth Cole fourth, Andrew Rich comes home in fifth, Sean Henley in sixth, Stephen Pollard the third, seventh, Nick Altendorf eighth, Dylan Poteet ninth, and Jessica Villanueva rounds out the top 10. Now Annabelle and O'Neal Baldwin come home 11th and 12th, and a bunch of good finishers by a lot of rookies here today. As you can see, the second half of the grid, tough run for John Hart, who just barely finished on the lead lap. Chuck Petty, Benjamin Miles. In a way, I kind of say Chuck Petty and Darren Drake kind of got screwed by NNSCRA because when they did not throw a caution for that first incident off of turn number 4. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please be sure to like and leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports channel and my channel over in the McKinley Man 93 network. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for Season 6. We got a lot more races to come. Next week, we're off to Atlanta for the second race of the season, so should be good fun racing there. So for Michael Norman and the Budweiser All-Pro Series official start, Season 6, we say this race has been brought to you by the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best, and until we meet again.